we are going to discuss in brief. And we are aware that we are talking about the period before election, during election, and after election. That's the reason as to why we are here. You will help us to assess the electoral period in the district from young people who were actively taking part in the elections and other young people in the community.
My assessment in the previous elections in Kasese specifically, when I look at the young people, one, in a unique way, COVID-19 actually helped us and gave a platform to the school-going students also participating in youth politics, actually for the first time.
What I'm assessing of the youth joining politics today, Angel and Kasese district, one of them is lack of employment, and they are seeing it better that once they are joining politics, when they are elected leaders, they have that penetration to the sectarianism.
Last time politics was materializing money. If you don't have money, actually you don't participate in politics. And most of the youth, we are graduate students. We are not having any money. That's why you saw some posts, most people in Kasese district, they passed unopposed. Actually, District Kasala, he will pay 200,000. You can imagine a district Kasala, 200,000. You expect a graduate student to get that money?
When my brother Muhammad talks of the money is a key player, but people have misused it politically. Money in politics should be for your logistics, how you travel, how you get to the voters,
producing posters, radio airtime if you need to talk to you. That should be the use of money. But people have misused money in politics, have abused money actually in politics by going to an extent of vote bribery. That is why people make it expensive.
Culture of bribery, corruption, and moral decadence because of money, love for money is not going away. Even though we have the youth in the council, they are still going to work to make money instead of presenting our issues. Why? Because the culture is, I put in my money, I have to go and get out my money, not work for the people.
I think we have seen young people and we are also part of them. What are the roles? What were the roles and responsibilities during this period of election?
Our role is to make sure that we have our people be informed of what is coming up, what has passed, what we are fighting either, or what we want to do in order to have a good count for even our generations behind us. That's our role.
Most youths, if we want to see the youth, they are the most busiest people putting the posters, what, now moving around, making a lot of shouts. Is that what we are supposed to do?
Talk of youth, the young people, with their responsibilities in an election. Like my brother Muhammad talked about it, that the young people are limited by resources to take up some responsibilities. It is true. We also want to have the elders hang our posters, but we cannot afford it. Others do it for love, for politics, because they really support their candidates. Others do it for money. It is cheyo. Someone says, I'm giving you people 100,000, you will hang my posters in the whole town. I am making money. It is funny that some youth will even hang your posters and they will not vote for you because they were doing HA.
This time we decided to go come and watch what is happening. We are the change that we need. And this change we are going to get through discipline.
So Madam,
yes,
from that point of view, what do you think brought discipline? Because there must have been a cause. Maybe if they were suspicious that if somebody now start making violence here, then you can lose life. Maybe was it fear? Was it from understanding that we are not supposed to be violent? Or was it because of Corona? Because Mr. Allen had talked of Corona, people might have been in fears of Corona, and they said, "Now, let me just keep quiet."
Okay.
She's responding.
It is both.
It is both.
It was both fear and Mayor said, let me see what is going to happen. Because one, some people go for elections knowing what will come out of the elections.
While the electoral process was peacefully done in Kasese, there are some people like me and the others who were busy on radios, busy holding barazas, busy doing activities that are really bringing this cause to happen peacefully. There are some people who sit and say, "Oh God, thank you. Our work did not go unnoticed." I must say I used over 300 hours in that electoral process on radio.
300
over
hours.
300 hours. Because every week I would use not less than 2 hours for sensitization of the young people about disadvantages of violence during an electoral process. So when such an effort is really unnoticed by my sister, I feel demoralized.
Say if we continue creating awareness,
Yes,
people can
change.
Oh.
Leaving alone what Alan is talking about, the truth is the tension was too high as far as the citizens of Uganda is concerned.
The tension, there was much tension.
There was much tension.
Why?
Everyone was expecting some fire to break out.
So Simon, you are saying that during the campaigns, people developed a lot of fear.
Yes.
And they say if we continue with this process as how we used to do,
Yes.
then fire would break out.
So yeah, it would be better let him go than losing
Our lives.
That was the
Yeah, that was the thing. Because very many people could just disappear from nowhere. You all saw it that after that much pressure, we realized that security is the one who could take those people.
Don't you think that these people, actually the ruling government, has excessive power? Like for instance, we saw some policemen over the motorcycles, over the vehicles, and where others are at the polling stations.
Mr. Charles, do you know that police is there? Do you know that police is there for security purposes? I want us to assess the presence of Faraja. We recall they came here for conflict resolution, right? During the town hall meetings. And we were also, some of us were trained in digital whatever. We were looking at how they were advising, how they are advocating for the youth to use social media correctly. Now, as people who attended the training, how can we assess the impact of these trainings of Faraja?
I received trainings on how positive to use these media platforms. Immediately after the training, I had some notes on my phone and I went posting on different groups on how people should behave, and what to post and when to post. And
what a post can, yes,
of attacks.
Yes.
Someone just brings your picture and throws it there on a platform and he starts hitting you, mostly in this post-election period. I personally tried to guide people, and I really must say the training has not only helped me, but very many young people on different media platforms.
I want us to talk about the recommendations to the Electoral Commission and other stakeholders. For the next elections, what do you want to recommend? What should Electoral Commission do and other stakeholders in 2026?
The Electoral Commission, it should first sensitize people. They should first make community meetings so that they should reduce the fear and bias in politics.
I want to recommend to the Electoral Commission that they should remain themselves. Actually, they should stay independent.
This I want us to share as leaders of the young people. I am a leader of the young people. The biggest problem we have as young people is we don't fight to get information. And once you don't have information, you are going to keep knocking. You are going to keep knocking. Like you're going to keep talking about things haphazardly because you don't have information. Can we fight to have information? So that even when you're making your recommendation, it is from an informed view.
Let's look at our constitution. I beg. You have changed, or we have changed many things that we didn't even need to change. For God's sake, is there any other way, Madam Electoral Commission? Is there any other way? All people who know many things about the Constitution, is there any way this Electoral Commission body can be appointed by a different person, not one person sitting in the chair, a candidate?
This Electoral Commission exists because it is an act of Parliament that put it in place. And it has its mandate that is found in Article 61 of 1995 Constitution. So, if you say who appoints, but our Constitution says the President, the Chief, the Fountain of Order appoints. So, whatever he does, it is within the law. He doesn't do it as an individual,
as a person.
but that is the legal requirement.
How should young people or the youth work with these new elected leaders?
The most important issue, we should first accept that they are our leaders, regardless of their political party colors. When we realize that, automatically we shall be in a position to operate with them.
We should first agree that these are our leaders now, and we need them. Without them, nowhere we can proceed. So we should soften our hearts, whether you voted for him or her or not. So we should soften our hearts and cooperate for the development of the area.
What are your recommendations on how peace should be or can be ensured in this post-election period?
As politics ended, we should not concentrate on politics. Let us support government existing programs. By the way, President Museveni succeeded. So let us not waste time on criticizing him. The so-called Bob Wine you are seeing, for them, they need to dominate, to suppress the so-called DBSG, so that they should be Uganda's leader of opposition. And for them, they are hitting their target.
First to the candidates. Omundu ukana wiwa wire. Ukana wiwa liya utuwakolire chi wawire. So every candidate also waluzingiro mwa Kasese, recommendation is go back home, sit, go back to the drawing board. Abwa chimunao. Uzina mwakiba utimuba kuibasi vichuute chabikikola chabikende gasi. Ukole strategy mbiaka. Uronda ya bandu as well as possible.